People say transformation is beautiful. But no one talks about the part where you hate yourself so much. You don't even want to be seen. Where mirrors are weapons. Where silence becomes your only safe place. This is not a story about weight loss. This is a story about coming back to life. I grew up in a house full of love. My parents did everything for me. There were birthdays, vacations, hugs. But no one ever really looked at me the way I looked at myself. Since I was a little girl, I was the big one. Chubby cheeks. Thick legs. Soft arms. People would say, "Oh, she's just got baby fat. She'll grow out of it. She's just built like her dad." But I didn't grow out of it. I grew into it. And it grew into me, into my bones, my identity, my shame. You don't realize you're breaking until it's too late. It wasn't one thing, it was thousands of tiny things. The way girls at school whispered when I walked by. The way I pretended to laugh when someone called me a cute potato. The way I sat at the edge of the pool so I wouldn't have to show my body. The way I learned to say I'm not hungry even though I was starving. Every glance in the mirror felt like being punched. And worst of all, I thought I deserved it. I thought I was the problem. Food was always there for me. It never judged. It never left. When I was sad, food. When I was alone, food. When I didn't feel enough, food made me feel full. Not happy, but full. And then, it became something else. A secret. A trap. A slow, quiet form of self-harm disguised as comfort. I'd eat until I couldn't breathe. Then cry myself to sleep. Then do it again. I was 21. My weight was 132 kilograms. My knees ached. I was always out of breath. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was the moment I realized I hadn't really smiled in years. Not a real smile, not the kind that lives in your chest. And one night, lying on my bed with fast food wrappers all around me, I broke. Not dramatically. Not loudly. Just, quietly. I whispered to myself, I don't want to live like this anymore. And that whisper was the most powerful sound I'd ever made. The next morning, I joined a gym. I was terrified. I wore 2 hoodies. I avoided eye contact. I stood at the back. I cried in the locker room. But I showed up. And that was more than I'd done the day before. I wasn't trying to become skinny. I was trying to find myself under all the layers of pain. The first few weeks were brutal. Muscles I didn't know I had screamed at me. I wanted to quit. I almost did. But then I remembered. I've spent years dying slowly. I can spend a few months fighting for my life. There were days I failed. Days I binged. Days I hit again. But there were also days I won. The day I ran for 2 minutes straight. The day I fit into a shirt I hadn't worn since high school. The day I looked in the mirror and didn't cry. Eventually, the numbers started dropping. 120 kilograms. 110 kilograms. 98 kilograms. 85 kilograms. 70 kg. 60 kg. 51 kilograms. But you know what? That number wasn't the victory. The real victory was looking strangers in the eye. Saying yes to life. Showing up in photos. Dancing in public. Laughing without apology. The real victory was not hating myself anymore. People see me now and say, "Wow, you're so lucky. You must feel amazing. I wish I could do what you did." But luck had nothing to do with it. It was war. I fought for every pound. I fought for every moment of peace. I fought against the voice in my head that told me I'd always be the fat girl. And now, I'm fighting for someone else. For the girl crying in her room. For the woman wearing black so no one looks too closely. For the one who skips dinner with friends because she's ashamed of her body. If that's you. If you're hurting, hiding, hating yourself, I want you to know something. You're not broken. You're becoming. Don't wait for the perfect day. Don't wait to feel brave. Don't wait for permission. Just begin. Begin messy. Begin scared. Begin anyway. Because on the other side of that pain is power. I didn't just lose 80 kilograms. I found my soul under all that weight. And now, I don't just exist. I live. And I'll never go back. Fade to black.